My name is Robert Ashley, and I've been living with HIV for 30 years. 30 years this September. And my family and I, we're good with it. My family's good with it. I have two brothers and my mother and my relatives, and they don't seem to have a problem with it. I've been open with it from day one. Just be open. And if they have friends that they're worried about, they're going to be their friends after. And if they're not their friends, after, then they're not their true friends before. Get into treatment and get on meds as soon as possible before it has a chance to really take a hold and mutate. It's helped me find out new ways of being out and being a part of the community. And it's helped me learn a lot of things from the group, from the speakers and people that they have, things that I don't know, that I didn't know about.
My name is Ronnie Harrison, and I've been living with HIV for 17 years. I've lived with HIV for about 17 years, and it was undiagnosed for the first 10 years. Of course, there's that stigma of being African American. And from a religious background, I didn't disclose it to anybody. It's been quite a journey to get treatment. I didn't look the way I looked then compared to the way I look now. And how I ended up here in Northern Nevada in Reno to be in the hands of Accept and the good people here. The way out of the stigma is to have people like me come forward to talk to people through Accept, that we offer the ending of the red tape and the endless cycles of not being embraced and cared for, to be looked upon as abhorrence to humanity, and that's just not the case. The mindset is different. You come here, people don't treat you as though you're some number hanging out there, just a 9 to 5, we shove you in the corner. You're going to get a lot of love and friendship here. And psychological healing is the #1 thing that we here at Accept can help you with that. We are human beings worthy to be deemed respected and honored, and disclose our stories about our journey.
Hi, my name is Gwen Taylor, Executive Director of Accept. In 1995, we had 2 members of our church die from HIV/AIDS related illnesses, and no one told the pastor because of the stigma associated with HIV. In 1995, African Americans represented 12% of the United States population, but we had 52% of all the HIV/AIDS cases. My husband started our nonprofit in 95 to educate the community about HIV and AIDS. We targeted African Americans, but our outreach were to all races and ethnicities. We went to beauty shops, barber shops, churches, and other community venues with our outreach education. 25 years later, in 2020, African Americans are 13% of the United States population, but we make up 42% of all the new HIV/AIDS cases. In 2002, we started implementing drug prevention programs for children and youth and parenting programs. We now provide various programs for people living with HIV and AIDS. If we are funded by you, your money will help us to continue these much-needed programs. Funding will allow us to give low-income children a $15 or $20 Walmart card for completing a positive action drugs prevention program. Your funding will also allow us to help low-income HIV-positive individuals pay their cell bills, get ID cards, driver's licenses, and other needs that our state grants will not fund. Your consideration is much appreciated. You will learn more about our programs as our video continues.
Hi, my name is Karina Tomko. I'm the Non-Medical Case Management Program Manager with Accept. The main focus of our non-medical case management program is to work with our HIV-positive, low-income clients using client-centered activities that are focused on improving access to and retention in core medical and supportive services. We help to eliminate barriers so clients can focus on fully engaging in their health and supportive care. We achieve this by working one-on-one with each client and creating an individualized care plan together. In this care plan, the client and I set achievable goals and create a list of tasks that need to be completed in order to define success with accomplishing these goals. Additionally, I work with the clients to ensure they stay active and eligible for Ryan White services. This is completed twice annually with the client's proof of HIV diagnosis, their proof of income, and their proof of Nevada residency. There's a long list of services that I, as their non-medical case manager, can assist the clients with. A few of the main services that many clients need help with, especially during these times, are housing, food delivery, medical support and advocacy, payments of copays and premiums, and finding employment. Since we're no longer able to meet in person, we work through all these barriers remotely, over the phone or using Zoom. Since COVID-19 has hit our community, we, like all, have encountered many challenges. We work hard to overcome these barriers with what we have available, but it's often just not enough. All of our clients are low income, and the majority of them are aging. The older clients and those with unstable housing arrangements have a lot of difficulty navigating the new technology, such as Adobe Sign and Zoom, that we ask them to use. Many of them don't have an adequate phone to take photos of their supporting documents for eligibility or referrals, or they don't have enough minutes or data on their phone plan for case management meetings. Your funding would really help us to increase our reach with this vulnerable population, and we thank you so much for considering us for this opportunity.
Hello, my name is Mitch Bautista, and I'm the Health Education and Risk Reduction Program Manager for Accept. I work to educate our clients and their loved ones about HIV transmission, transmission risk reduction, and their general health. One thing to be mindful of with our clients being low income and many being older adults is that they have a lot of barriers from receiving information and finding local resources on their own, so it's my job to do that for them. I do this by hosting a peer support group for our clients every first and third Wednesday of the month, where I work with them to identify their biggest health-related questions and concerns. I then take those questions and concerns to form partnerships with local agencies and organizations who offer programs and services that address those needs right here in Reno. And I invite those partners to speak with the group during our workshops every second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. Here's one example of what my meetings look like. During some of our peer support group meetings at the beginning of the pandemic, many of our clients expressed that they were experiencing depression and isolation. Since our clients are low income and immunocompromised, with many being older adults, not only were they advised to stay home, but they weren't even comfortable with the idea of leaving their homes to seek out necessary resources. To address this, I reached out to new and existing partners and hosted workshops on using music as therapy, practicing mindfulness, and maintaining our mental health during COVID-19. And also invited mental health clinics who offered virtual services, all to increase our consumers' knowledge on things they could do and resources they still have access to in the safety of their own homes to address the needs they expressed. I also contact each of them weekly to help alleviate their feelings of isolation. Other examples of guest speakers we've hosted in our workshops are Janssen Pharmaceuticals, V Pharmaceuticals, and local doctors and pharmacies to address their HIV-related concerns, as well as Reno Bike Project, Shopping Angels, and Delivering with Dignity to speak about other local resources they have access to. Prior to COVID-19, we held our meetings in person twice a month and served dinner to our groups before each session. Luckily, we're still able to host all of those group meetings on Zoom, but we're no longer able to provide dinner for them, and for many, it was the only warm meal they got to eat that week. Since our funding doesn't allow us to pay for food, the meeting dinners either came from donors and oftentimes from our executive director's own pocket. With your funding, we'll be able to put some of the money towards buying dinners for our clients, buying minutes for those who join over the phone, and providing PPE for when they need to leave their homes from time to time. Thank you so much for the amazing contribution you're making to the community and for considering us for this opportunity.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and I primarily work with two grant programs here at Accept. The first is Positive Action. Accept has implemented the Positive Action Drug Prevention Program with Washoe County Schools Team Up program since 2002. The curriculum directly assists disadvantaged students by teaching them the positive actions that they need to prevent drug and alcohol addiction. Students learn that the time they need most to achieve starts now. Our Positive Action program provides expanded program enrichment opportunities for children attending low-performing schools and children who live in neighborhoods that may make them at risk for drug and alcohol addiction. Because of COVID-19, we have adapted to conducting classes via Zoom online to continue the effort in teaching the students the positive actions that they need to add to their life and the negative actions that will take away from their life. The second program that I work with is medical transportation. People living with HIV/AIDS have to have the medical attention needed to support their health. The medical attention spans from health appointments with our HIV providers to housing support services. All supported appointments are necessary to maintain their health. We provide Uber rides for those that don't have a vehicle and gas cards and bus passes to encourage them to attend their doctor's appointments. You see, many may have to choose between food and bottom line necessities, which may take precedent over maintaining their health. We take that excuse away by making sure that they don't have to worry about how they're going to get to their doctor's appointments. We want to make sure that they continue maintaining their health and encouraging them to improve their health in their lives. I also support the staff with office administrative work.
Hello, my name is Ronnie Taylor and I'm a community health worker here at Accept. I specifically teach a 6-week drug prevention course to middle and high school students in the community and that are possibly at risk. Due to COVID-19, all of our classes are via Zoom. We cover topics such as what are drugs and how do they affect us, short-term and long-term. We talk through different situations, whether it's how to say no, how to handle prescription drugs properly, and most importantly, how to make positive actions. I use the Positive Action Program's curriculum in all of my courses. Alcohol and other drug use is the major societal problem and a symptom of low self-concept amongst today's youth. The Positive Action Program focuses on the root of that drug problem by emphasizing life skills and healthy drug-free living. In my lesson plan, I teach an 8-part story called Dream Wake, and it tells the true story of a young man who had dreams and destroyed it when he first started using drugs in middle school, and how he's in prison now. The story deals with peer pressure, change of attitude, importance of family and friends, and regret. The main character, Greg, states, "If my story can keep even one kid from destroying his or her own dreams the way I have mine, then it's worth telling. It's the only thing I can do to help other people now." The main thing I want my students to take away from each course is the importance of their lives and how they can choose to make positive actions every day and live a healthy and drug-free life.